Hey guys, Jonah here, and this week we're looking at DeWalt tools. And it's not your regular power tools or hand tools like these. It's some weird, quirky, unusual tools from DeWalt. Now DeWalt are getting into everything at the moment. I see their logo wherever I go. All over the world, I'm finding different stuff, from EV wall chargers to some really industrial, heavy-duty, massive big battery like jackhammers and cement mixers. When I was in America in particular, I was even finding trowels and shovels and hoes and all sorts of gardening tools. I've collected, though, 10 of the weirdest, quirkiest handheld tools and gadgets. There's some really cool stuff in here. I've got a top 10 to show you, and that does lead me into the giveaway for this video, which is a couple of tools and also a really cool piece of merch. Not this hoodie. Although I love this hoodie, and I got this from Home Depot, I think I need to change into a better hoodie. So I think that's a bit better. This is our brand new Shadow Foam hoodie. We've always been about t-shirts. We've had loads of different t-shirt designs, but it's colder time of year right now. It's freezing in the UK. I think we needed a hoodie. I'm quite happy with this one. We've got a red hood, red drawstrings with the matching the Shadow Foam logo nicely. If you like the hoodie, go and grab yourself one from shadowfoam.com. We'll put a link in the description, or I think there'll be a picture of it right below this video. You can now buy merch directly on YouTube, so you don't even have to go anywhere else. Get yourself a hoodie, loads of sizes. I love it. It's a really nice comfy hoodie and it fits nicely. So get yourself one. Let's get into the DeWalt tools. I've got 10 really interesting tools here. All of them surprised me when I saw them on the shelf. I had to pick them up. I've been collecting these from all sorts of places, some from the UK, some from America, a couple from online, a couple from Europe. So it's a great top 10. Another thing in the bag is our sponsor for this video, Lytmi. They've sent us some Cozyfit headphones. Now these look really cool and the specs are great, but I'll be looking at them, testing them out later when I'm cutting some foam. So I'll put them back in the bag for now. Let's get into the tools, starting with number 10. Now number 10 on the list is, I would say, quite a contentious product, and that is a portable, wearable Jobsite speaker, which, in my opinion, just puts me in mind. Have you ever been on a bus? A long time ago I was on a bus, not been on a bus in a while, but there was someone sat there with a mobile phone playing music. Now that, to me, is probably one of the most annoying things you can do on public transport, and that is what this is. It's a wearable speaker. It's got a magnet on the back, and you can kind of like magnet to your clothes, so there you go, it's attached to me, or you can just hook it. Now I know this goes quite loud because Stephen, who sent me this from DeWalt, he's a category manager for the media side of the business, and he had one of these on his t-shirt, and I couldn't believe how loud it was. He was showing me some of the speakers and tech. So all you have to do is connect it to your phone like you would any other Bluetooth accessory. I've already connected this, and it was pretty simple. And you listen to this. Well, firstly, can you guess the song? Now, I'm fresh back from America, and I do like a bit of country music. That is loud. For a tiny little speaker that weighs 2 ounces, that is loud. So, pretty beastly little thing, but what are you really using it for? Are you going to walk around the job site with that on your lapel, or even clipped to you? You're going to have that and then just be vibing. It's if you've got main character syndrome and you're the main character and you need a soundtrack while you're laying brick, then you can have this going. On the next horizon sounds like something. I think that could be a vibe. I never had a reason, girl, to go around. Yeah, I can imagine that. But maybe not, maybe you do. I like the idea of it being for a conference call. If you're on the job site and you kind of got muddy hands and you need to speak to your boss or you need to speak to the team, and you can have this, it's got a microphone in it too, so you can take calls on it, you can hear them, you can have it on loudspeaker. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Let me know in the comments what do you think of our number 10 pick. And I'll also mention we've got the DeWalt Tough System 3-drawer. Now this isn't new to the market, but it's new to me. I got this relatively recently for our DeWalt DXL video. I'll link that up there. That's the big old beastie DeWalt DXL. It's a really cool system, and I already had the 2-drawer Tough System. I bought the 3-drawer so we could set it up and test it properly, and this is the box we're going to be cutting and organising today. So as always, we do inserts for every single toolbox on the market, including the Tough System, and our inserts are designed to just fit straight in these drawers, a nice snug fit, and basically then you can lay out your tools, cut them all in really easy. Shadow Foam is the ultimate toolbox organiser. It makes organising any toolbox super easy. You just cut and peel, but we will get into that a little bit more later. For now though, I'm going to put those there, and as I'm going through my top 10 picks, I'll be putting that layout together, and then I'll cut it all into the foam later on. So that's number 10. Let me show you number 9. But first, a word from our sponsor. Lytmi headphones. Now I've got the AirPods in my pocket, but they do bounce out my ears whenever I go on the treadmill or when I go to the gym, or sometimes I'm just actively working and I'm up and down, I'm bending down, getting back up again, they can start wiggling loose. So the idea of having some Cozyfit wrap around the ear headphones was very tempting. When they reached out to us to sponsor a video and send me some headphones, I looked at them and thought, actually, I wouldn't mind some over-the-ear headphones. Because moving about a bit, I did want some more sturdy headphones. And over-ear ones are great on a plane, but not for daily life. And straight away I can see that is a really nice little case. It's USB-C charge still, feels nice and solid. These Lytmi ones are £40 on Amazon normally, but they do have regular offers on. So we'll put a link in the description. You can go and check them out. These don't even go in your ear. These just kind of go on your ear. So if you do have troubles, like me with these, they kind of have a whole earbud that squeezes into your ear. It can feel quite uncomfortable. Whereas this kind of just sits over your ear and there's nothing physically in my ear. There's like a piece of it behind my earlobe. That's just sat over the top. I like these already. Oh, they pop straight up on my phone, which is always good. The most comfortable open ear headphone. Yeah, to be fair, I can't even hear them. Can't even feel them. That's really strange because they're on my ears, but genuinely, I can't even feel they're there because there's nothing in my ear hole. Ear canal. The cameraman can't hear them. For me, it's still loud. I don't know if I'm shouting at you, but I can't even feel. I didn't actually know that's what they were. I thought they were over-ear, in-ear headphones, but they're not. They are advertised as the most comfortable open-ear headphones, and I have to say I can understand why. There's no discomfort because they're not in my ear. All I can feel is they're just on the back of my ear. I can feel that. I know they're there. That is cool. I like them. Right, so let me show you number 9. Number 9 is an item that isn't really very weird. The weird thing about it is it's not available in the UK, and I don't know why. And that is these adjustable spanners. I actually built this DeWalt hand tool panel behind me, and I bought every DeWalt hand tool that was available in the UK, and I wanted adjustable spanners. I felt like they were an important item to add into the wall. Don't ask me why, really, I don't know. Adjustable spanners just stood out as something that I wanted in the wall. It felt like they had everything else covered. And if you didn't know, Stanley Black & Decker owned Draper, so I felt like the Stanley adjustables would be an appropriate replacement, so I put those in. And then when I was in the States, first Home Depot that I visited had some pretty smart DeWalt adjustables in a similar set to Stanley. I have to say, I think the Stanley ones are slightly better in my opinion, but maybe that's an opinion thing. They are very, very similar steel. This one's got like a dipped handle, and this one's got a molded handle, like a 2-piece molded handle. But, you know, that would be an easy add to the DeWalt range in the UK, and I wonder why they've not included it, because it's even got metric on it. Now, when things are just American, like you do get a lot of American tape measures, they're just in feet and inches or imperial or standard, and they don't have a metric side. These have got metric and imperial on the adjustment mechanism. So not super quirky, but not available in the UK. Feels like a miss from the UK lineup of DeWalt tools. Let me know what you think, but that is number 9. Let me show you number 8. So next up is the DeWalt 3-in-1 pocket stylus pen. Now, DeWalt do a lot of different bits of merch, and I've got a few bits of merch to show you later, but this is actually a product that they're selling on the shelf. It's called the 3-in-1 stylus pocket pen, and I've already had a quick look at this, and I'm not sure what the 3 uses are, because pen makes sense. Quite a nice little thing. It's quite solid. It's got like a little O-ring on the end, so the cap really does feel quite nicely gripped on there. It is pocket size. It's got a nice little solid clip. It's got the little kind of, as you'd expect for a stylus pen, it's got the little rubber nib on it. I was thinking, what's the third use? I was really looking around for this, trying to work out what the third use is. I took it apart. I thought, oh, is there a screwdriver in it? No, no screwdriver. Reminds me a bit like a Fisher Space Pen, the size of it. Couldn't find the third use, and then I did what I should have done to start with, which was just look at the packaging. And the third use is keypad friendly. So the little plastic cap on the other side is for touching keypads, which is unusual, isn't it? Because wouldn't you naturally use that little stylus tip end? And can you count that as a use? Which got me thinking, if that's 3-in-1 and they're the uses they're thinking of, well, this is the shadow foam pen. We have just a normal shadow foam pen here. It's fully recycled. And, you know, I thought it was a one use, one of one, but actually this too can be used for poking keypads. So that's a 2-in-1. It's also great for scratching your back, you know, right between your shoulder blades when you can't reach. That's a 3-in-1 straight out the gate. So we've got 3-in-1. Also, you know, if you're making a cake and you want to test its risen, so that's 4-in-1. It's quite good as a fidget. So we're at 5-in-1. Just a clicky pen is always great to have, isn't it? Pointing, if you want to point and illustrate a point quite nicely. So, you know, 6-in-1 for the old shadow foam biro, which is not bad going. You want a 6-in-1 pen? We've got some on the website, shadowfoam.com. We'll have them in the merch section, so head over to the merch section. But that is my number 8 pick, the DeWalt Pocket Pen. We'll put that there. That's number 8. Let me show you number 7. Number 7 is a tool I think every decent toolkit needs, and that is a scraper, and a good flexible scraper. This one I got from Home Depot, and they had a whole bay. It was an end of an aisle, 2 meters wide, full of DeWalt trowels and DeWalt scrapers of all different sizes. This is firstly the most popular common size, like a 2 or 3 inch scraper. It's the best one to have in any toolkit, and it's a single piece body stainless steel scraper, and just a really nice quality one. It's not attached like most scrapers have a handle attached to the steel. This is one piece. Really nice weight to it. I think this would be great in the UK. You know, we have a lot of painters and decorators in the UK. I've not seen any of the DeWalt for trowels and stuff over here, and I thought this was a miss. I think that would be great for any hand tool lineup from DeWalt, and just a lovely item. So not particularly unusual in the fact it's a scraper, but the way that it's made, it reminds me a little bit of the Marshalltown ones. Marshalltown are a US brand that make trowels and scrapers. They're made in the USA, really solid. They were some of the original trowel makers, but this is a nice DeWalt branded one, and even the logo looks cool on there. The handle is really, really solid and heavy. So I think that is definitely something I'll be putting in my toolkit, because just, I mean, it's such a versatile tool, isn't it, a scraper? So that's number 7. Let me show you number 6. Now, before I show you number 6, let me show you the giveaway. I mentioned DeWalt merch. Well, I got some cool merch together for the giveaway. 5 little bundles, but I also picked up some DeWalt sunglasses. Now, I did say DeWalt putting logos on everything, and these were pretty cool. These were from Tractor Supply over in the States, and they were a pretty good deal, but I also just liked them. They reminded me a little bit of like petrol station sunglasses, but with a DeWalt logo, and they are polarized, so I thought, that is a pretty good pick. I quite like them. So I think they're about $10 or something. But then I also got the DeWalt t-shirts, which again, they're just like a really nice quality cotton t-shirt, and some DeWalt carpenter's pencils. So if you want to win a t-shirt, and I've got a mixture of sizes from extra large down to medium. So if you want a t-shirt, a pair of glasses, and 2 carpenter's pencils, some quality DeWalt merch, all you've got to do is drop a comment below this video. We're talking tools. I read all the comments and I reply to as many as I can. So make sure you head down there, get involved in the conversation, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. You've also got to subscribe, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. It helps us out if you click the like button, but the main thing is drop a comment. Get involved in the conversation, and then we do a prize draw, pick 5 winners, and wherever you are in the world, we will ship this little bundle to you. And we've got loads of giveaways on the channel, so also go back and watch all of our other videos. Just the last few, we've got some cool giveaways in. So get involved with all of those. That's the giveaway. Let me show you number 6. So, the real number 6 on the list is a DeWalt torch. Did you know DeWalt made torches? You probably did, but this one looks totally different, and it's a bit of a new one on me. I got this from CTS Ironmongery. They're up in Bradford. And we got the DeWalt DXL over that way, and while I was there, I was having a look at their DeWalt tools, and they had this little torch. So it's got a really strong magnet on the back, but it's really heavy. It's like a solid metal torch with a bright torch on the front, but then also on the side, which isn't too unusual. It's super bright. It's the quality and the style of it that really drew my attention, and the power of the magnet is really, really powerful. It pulling out my hand to make a bang on there. And also, it's got the DeWalt charge lead. I was telling you before about the DeWalt USB accessories. In the US, they have a full stand of USB-C leads and chargers and power banks and all sorts of DeWalt accessories. Nothing unusual, but just the fact that the DeWalt branded is unusual. And you can see here, like this is a proper DeWalt branded USB-C lead, like a nice braided cable, nice quality. They've got a whole ruck of that stuff in the US now. Quite pricey at £70, but this is a good heavy duty, tough torch. It's IP54, it's got a long battery life, really powerful magnet, and obviously you've got that cool charge lead with it as well. So it's they're trying to make the whole thing tough, which is pretty good. Pretty nifty little thing. Have you got one? Have you tried one? Let me know in the comments. Like I say, all the comments are entered into the giveaway, and it's not comments saying I want to win, it's comments saying I like that torch, I wouldn't mind one. Or if you've got one, how have you got on with it? How have you found it? Because all those comments are entered, and it's great to talk tools, share your knowledge. So that's number 6. Let me show you number 5. Number 5 is another item from Home Depot, and that is this drill attachment that helps you drill round corners, and not just corners, it can drill literally 180 degrees behind your drill pretty much, which is pretty impressive. I got this thing from Home Depot. It's called the DWARAFs, so it's the DWARAFs. It's not readily available in the UK. If you search it online, there are a few places that sell it, but the prices are wildly all over the place. I found one for 200 quid, but then I found one for 30 quid on eBay. So make of that what you will. These things are on the shelf in Home Depot for not a great deal, but this is the kind of tool that is super handy for smoothing out shadow foam with a smoothing spinner, but for getting into the side of cabinets and getting in the back of things, It works really well. I've actually used this a few times, and it's a little beauty. So that is not just a handy DeWalt tool, that is just a generally really good tool to have in your toolkit. The fact that DeWalt make it though, and they have it available, is pretty cool. I actually found one of these from the brand CK. CK tools are run out of Pathelli, and they do have a lot of stuff available in the UK, including this. They've got their branded version of this, which is probably a little bit more affordable and available in the UK. So we'll put a link to that. I'll put a link to anything that is available in the UK that's maybe on Amazon or easy to find. We'll put some links in the description. But that's number 5, pretty cool one. Let me show you number 4. So number 4 is another pretty cool one. We're coming back round to media, and we've got the DeWalt Jobsite Pro headphones. Now these are in like a little AirPods case. These are like buds that go in your ears. So let me get these open and have a look at them.
Well, open it, open it, open it.
Nice little box. Very light. The thing I've always liked about my AirPods, and my AirPods are in my pocket right now, these are in-ear buds, and they feel solid, nice and stout and solid. There's no kind of like hollow body in there. You can tell there's, you know, all the space is used with electronics. I have these for if I'm getting a phone call, I'll just chuck my AirPods in and I can crack on working and be on a call, which is good. This box feels very light. It feels like there's a lot of dead space inside here. Sounds hollow too. The headphones look pretty cool. Let's have a look. Now these have got the little earbud on them, which forms a bit of a vacuum in your ear. They do feel bigger and bulkier in my ears too. I've always found these kind of squeeze out a little bit. You kind of push them in and then you can feel them squeezing out, which I'm not a huge fan of, but the audio is what matters. They do seem to be staying in right now. So let's pair to them, get some more country music blasting. You can't even hear it, so I'll just be vibing on my own now.
Stanley, DeWalt, Milwaukee, Flex Makita, Ryobi, Festal, Richard, Trendon, Suffield, Strauss and Metabo, Kleiner, Bauer, Skill and Facom, JCB, Husky, Magnuson, was Hitachi, now Koki, Bosch and Sort and Mo.
Good sound quality. That's what I'm going to tell you. They sound really good, them. That's actually surprised me. I thought they were going to sound really tinny, just because they feel really light. When you take them out, it does pause, so it must have a little light sensor in it. Yeah, if I cover that little black dot there, it's playing. So it's got like, that's the same as the AirPods. So it's got 36 hours playtime, which is pretty killer, that. And they've got buttons on the side as well for volume, which does work. I can see the volume going up and down, which is pretty nice. 100 quid though, these are. £100 for DeWalt earbuds. Do they look good in the ear? They remind me a little bit of a Bluetooth headset somehow. I don't know if it's because it's yellow and it draws the eye a bit more and it's a bit squarer, but it feels a little bit like a Bluetooth headset, which maybe, I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't really know, but they sound decent, I'll tell you that. They have impressed me. These are not the latest generation of AirPod. They're like the AirPod 2, I think. And I would say they're definitely at the same level, if not a little bit better. Yeah, they do sound good. I like it. It seems crazy to me that DeWalt are even going into gadgets like this. Like, this isn't just a rebranded bit of merch. This is a £100 pair of AirPods, which £100 for headphones is no joke. That is a serious investment. It's interesting that they're getting into that game. I wonder how many they sell and wonder if it's a popular line for them. You assume it must be because they're bringing out more and more gadgets like this kind of thing and that kind of thing. They're very much along the same line. And it doesn't stop there either because we're at our top 3 and there's some more media to come. So that's number 4. Let me show you number 3. So number 3 is another media product, but this is a little bit more my speed, and that is a Bluetooth speaker for like just generally out in the garden, out on the site. If you've got this little personal thing attached to you, it's a little bit weird, I would say. It's like it's your own soundtrack. If you've got this, it's a bit more of a team vibe. You know, you can set your music up playing from a little Bluetooth speaker somewhere else, and then it doesn't, it's not definitely yours. It's the team's music. So if a guilty pleasure song comes on, girls just want to have fun or something, it's not attached to you. It's over there and you can go, ah, so I don't know, who put this on? We've got one of the heavy duty braided cables, but this is their rechargeable mini Bluetooth speaker. So, you know, it does what it says on the tin. 30 meters radius, IP67 this, so it's rechargeable, but it's also super tough. You can leave this out in the rain. 3-year warranty, pretty good as well. Let's plug it in and give it a test. Let's see how loud it goes. Comes straight on. Feels nice. That is a nice product. And it's still got a little handle on it, so you can kind of hang it up somewhere high out the way where it's not going to get damaged or lost or go missing. Let's see how loud it goes.
Made a bad bet with the wrong man. We never saw Granddaddy again. Then Granny ran off with a grifter. She didn't even leave it no. Them kids had to raise each other. And that's about all she wrote. So mama ain't gonna quit drinking.
That is really bassy. I can see underneath, there's a little subwoofer. I can see it vibrating underneath, so I'm really impressed with that. Loud, but also it sounds like quite a full sound, which is nice. I like it. That is really cool. I think this is why it's in number 3, to be fair, as well. Out of all of the media products, I think the headphones, I'm not sold on them, if I'm honest. They do sound pretty good. £100 though for DeWalt headphones. I think there's better ones out there. But a really tough, rugged speaker that's solid, that sounds decent, that can go in your toolbox and you can have it for a site speaker, that is a pretty good contender. I like that. Obviously, it's really small as well, so you could have it in like a cup holder in your van and you know where it is. And it's easier to find rather than, you know, you can get full-on speakers now that integrate into the Tough system. They're big old things. You can get a big old Mac Pack sized one as well. But they're chunky boxes, you know, they take up a bit of space in the van. And I'd say that's probably would be a good match for them in terms of volume. So strong contender for number 3. I'm happy with that. So that's number 3. Let me show you number 2. So number 2 on the list I got from America, but it's actually available in Screwfix for 30 quid, which only makes me more happy with it, to be fair. And that is this Atomic Compact Series little distance measurer, laser measurer. Now, I do like laser measurers. If you're going to a house or you're trying to get some general measurements quickly, especially across a large distance, this can be amazing. This is super compact. You can have it in your pocket, and essentially, wherever the laser's pointing, you just literally press a button and it'll tell you it's 5 meters to the back of the camera for me there. It's got a battery built in, so you charge it with a micro USB. That would have been better if it was USB-C, because that way one power lead will charge all the DeWalt stuff and most things. You know, having a micro USB just means it's another lead that you need. But it's super small and compact. Max range 17 meters. Pretty far, that, isn't it? The times I've used these mostly are just measuring a unit quickly, trying to put some rough dimensions on a bit of paper. If you're going to do a house viewing or you're looking at a property, or if you're scoping out a job and you're just trying to do some quick maths to work out how much plasterboard you need, how much wiring do you need, having a little laser measurer like this to just whiz some numbers, and it works so quickly. You press that button, it's literally a second before it's coming up with a measurement. And 30 quid. I mean, these have been around for a long time, but look how small, compact that is, to just have that in your pocket. I think that is a little winner, to be honest, a little beauty, and it does work in feet and inches and in centimeters and meters too. So it's pretty cool. All you do, it's only got one button. That's how simple this thing is. Some of these things come with loads of different buttons. It can overcomplicate it. This one, literally, it's press to measure. And if you want to change it to imperial, you just press and hold, and then it will flick over to feet and inches. So really nice, quirky little thing. Nice addition to a compact toolkit or a little traveling toolkit, or just a great thing to have in your pocket when you're pricing jobs. So I love that. That is number 2. Let me show you my top quirky DeWalt pick. So the number 1 pick is something, again, you don't see in the UK. I found this in Home Depot, and that is a drill shear attachment, which 60 quid. Found this online. You can get it online if you know what to search for. And again, we'll put links for these things down in the description. But you won't find this on the shelves at a UK hardware store. You can't find it on the shelves of a power tool store, as far as I can see. But you search online with the right name, you'll find it. This is their power shear. This is the 18GA shear attachment. And essentially, you can cut sheet steel from inside just a normal drill. You can see it's kind of like a nibbler on the end there. All we do is literally attach the drill to it, and then this thing is a clamp that fixes it solid to the drill. It should be relatively simple. Now that is the trick with these things. Some of them can be quite complicated. I've seen a couple of these TikTok-esque style shears. John Malecki had a go of a TikTok viral version the other day, and he didn't have much love for it. Well, this is the DeWalt version, and hopefully we can get it working a bit better. Let's have a look. So that goes underneath. That clamps down there. Clamp that on somehow. Let's have a look. There is actually a couple of like locating holes here. So DeWalt have got a means of attaching this. And there we go. As quick as that, that was really simple, to be fair. We've got this arm that's already attached. You kind of just move it down to the handle of the drill and then clamp it in place. Then we rotate that, clamp that. That is really simple. I know that John had an absolute nightmare with his TikTok version. Probably was a bit cheaper, but this one connected really simply. And I can see it's working all right. Let's have a go at the packaging first and foremost. Took a bit of getting started, but it whizzed through the packaging, no worries. It said it can cut pipes, it can cut steel wire, it can cut acrylic, plastic, sheeting, shingles. Fair enough. Let's get a little bit of, this is the only sheet steel I could find, and it's an old light fitting. Let's see if we can go through this. Like butter, that flew through that, to be fair. That was no trouble for it. That is impressive. That is literally flying through that. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. That is the flipping... That is the business, that is. For just cutting down sheet steel maybe to size, or even if you're trying to do it accurately along a line. That is a very, very valuable £60 tool. I can imagine that being very useful to have in your toolkit. And it's taking a power tool that you already have and turn it into something entirely different. And there are a couple of other DeWalt attachments, to be fair. This is the one I picked up thinking it was a good one to try, but there are a couple of others more expensive. If you're interested, let me know in the comments, because we could buy them all and match them all up. There's a few different versions of things you can attach to a drill, like a riveter. You can get like a riveting head, could be a good one to try. This shear though feels nice and solid. It feels nicely attached to the drill. Nice and solid. It feels like its own tool. That feels like a full-on power tool, not like an attachment, which is pretty cool. So that is my number one pick. Let me know what you think. Have you ever tried out a shear? Would you? Can you think of any solid or valuable use cases for it? Obviously, I've whizzed through this bit of sheet steel here, this little light fitting. All I've got to do now is cut them all into a nice foam liner so I never lose anything, and I keep all of my tools all together. I think the speaker can be there for some entertainment, and I'm pretty sure that's my layout sorted as well. So all I've got to do now is cut some foam, and for that all I need is one of our cutting kits. Now these come free with most orders at shadowfoam.com. Any order over £60 comes with a free basic cutting kit. Orders over £120 come with a pro cutting kit. They've got some extra bits in, but the basic cutting kit has got an anti-cut glove, it's got a knife, instructions, sticker, it's got everything you need to cut, peel and organise your tools. Shadowfoam.com is the best place to get shadow foam. It's the best price, it's the best offer, and if you're not sure what to get, if you've got a toolbox like this, you can get inserts that slot straight in it, but if you're not sure, get one of our starter kits. The starter kit is a bundle, it's a load of foam, a cutting kit, plus a free gift, and it's around a 30% discount as a bundle, so it gets you started, it gives you a chance to try it out, and yeah, if you're not sure, grab yourself a Shadow Foam starter kit. So we'll put links for that in the description. So all I'll do now, roll my sleeves up, get my anti-cut glove on. I usually just wear one on the left hand because that is the hand that's always in the danger zone holding the tools. I'll get a fresh blade on my scalpel, and then I can show you how easy it is to cut and peel and organise your tools. So all you do is you place the item where you want it to go, and then you just use the scalpel like a pencil and you just cut round the shape. Obviously I've chosen an easy one here with a square, but the same applies for any shape. You just cut round it, not very deep into the foam, just enough like a pencil mark, and then we go back and we make that cut deeper. We go back around, make sure it's fully connected, and I'm going to cut down about 20 mil here so the distance measurer can be cut in flush. Once you've cut all the way around, you just push your finger down one of the ends, so this end or this end, hook the end of your finger under a seam, and then pull it up towards you, and then kind of once you can fit another finger in there, you get two, and then just lift it out, boom, and that is as quick as that. I'll even do another one in real time.
In real time.
Again, just cut round it, follow the item as accurately as you can, and literally just using it like a scalpel. We're not cutting deep at this point, we're just trying to capture that silhouette on the foam. And once you've gone all the way around, you take the item out of the way, go back around with a scalpel, make sure it's deep enough, and for this, I will go a little bit deeper, maybe 25 mil, because that little clip-on speaker is a bit of a deeper item, and we want it to sit flush as well to the surface. Once you've gone all the way around, you dig your finger down, hook it, peel the seam, get another finger in, pull it back towards you, and then that one should just fit in there lovely. So that is those first two items cut as easy as that, took literally seconds. I'll cut the rest in and then we'll stick it in the drawer. Right, so that is all of the foam cut, and I managed to fit everything in. That is a nice liner, looking really good in the yellow. And we do have these inserts in 10 colours now. Can you believe that? 10 bright colours. Well, 8 bright colours, and we've also got grey, which was newly added, and we've got the full black as well. And this insert fits perfectly in the drawer, nice and snug, everything organised. I know where everything is. If anything's missing, you can immediately see the profile of the item. Very unlikely that you'd have your DeWalt AirPods in the bottom drawer of your Tough system, but maybe you do. At the end of the day, they're expensive, 100 quid, you want them protected. And if you like that, why not go and check out our DeWalt hand tool panel? All of those are available in the UK, or our DeWalt power tool wall. We've got a whole DeWalt playlist that I know you're gonna love. You can go and click that and watch that there. That's our back catalogue of DeWalt stuff. And feel free to suggest other brands of tools or other things that you'd like to see on the channel. What other tools should we look at? Let us know in the comments below. And it goes without saying, we have shadow foam inserts for every DeWalt box on the planet. At shadowfoam.com, we've got every single brand covered, and every toolbox, we've got an insert that fits perfectly inside, just to make it super easy to get your drawers and toolboxes nice and organized. This is the Tough system, which is a nice big insert. You can see there's loads of real estate in these drawers, that's why I love them. But the T-stack drawers, all the different DeWalt boxes we have inserts for, and they just slot straight inside in all 10 colours. I'm loving the Lytmi headphones. They are definitely the most comfortable headphones I've ever had, mainly because I can't feel them on my ears, and they are very loud. So I am very, very pleased with those Lytmi comfortable headphones, and the price is right. You're not paying hundreds of pounds. They are literally 40 quid on Amazon. So we'll put a link in the description. So that's all the tools, all in foam, nicely organised. Some absolute belters in there. I'm really impressed with the Shears. The Torch too. It stands out as an unusual looking torch, but really solid, a nice piece of quality, which is nice. Sometimes these rebranded tools can be quite cheap and cheerful just with a logo on, so it's nice to see some quality DeWalt branded stuff. There's a few highlights. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think I've missed, any recommendations on quirky DeWalt tools, or any other brand. You can drop comments below this video and then you'll be entered in with a chance to win that DeWalt merch pile. Or head over to Instagram, shadow_foam, and you can drop your suggestions in there. Or if you want to post tools, we've had loads of comments asking to post me quirky tools, and we are planning like a big PO box opening, and we don't even have a PO box. You can post them directly to our factory. We'll put an address on the screen. If you send them over to Matt, who manages all the videos and does all the camera work, big up Matt. He's getting together a bit of a surprise opening of all of the tools. So you can send some stuff over to him, and that'll be a cool video. If you've got some quirky tools you want to send me, I'll be excited to see those and get those opened on camera. Thank you for watching the video, and that is the top 10 quirky tools, and we'll see you next time.